Hey guys, welcome back to markdillon.com. Actually, now I need to start saying welcome guys and ladies because to my surprise, there are quite a few women who watch these video blogs. On my YouTube analytics page, I can not only see where you guys are watching from in terms of country, I can tell your average age range, and I can also see the gender of the viewers. So you gotta love YouTube. But again, to my surprise, quite a few women watch these things. So ladies, welcome. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to send them. I don't know how adept I would be at answering them, but I would certainly give it a go. Anywho, today's question is from Paul. It's about cheating. Now, I've done a couple videos where I've answered cheating questions in the past. This one is a little bit different, so I figure I'll tackle it anyway. Anywho, he says, "Hi Mark, I enjoy your vlogs a lot. Just curious as to your opinion about cheating, and if you think someone should always admit it, always in all capital letters, if they have done it, but it was a long time ago. Thanks, Paul." All right. Well, mister, I don't know if you are the cheater, the recipient of the cheating, or you're just curious about my opinion, but the answer is the same, would be the same for all three. Um, that's a tough one. So I think that in a perfect world, we would say you always tell the truth, no matter what, regardless of the consequences. It's the right thing to do. But let me give you an example when it's okay to tell a little bit of a lie. So I'm a total foodie. I eat at the best restaurants across the country. I'm a very good cook. I grew up in a family that always ate well. We on both sides, food was a very important thing. So if I go to someone's home and they've cooked me dinner, and they say, "Oh, how was it?" Now, would I say, "Oh, you know what? The pasta's a little too mushy. The steak needs more salt. Uh, the pie just is not sweet enough." No, I would say, "Thank you very much. This was delicious. Oh my God, I'm so happy you had me over." Um, I wouldn't, there's times when you say you just don't need to tell someone the truth because there's no good that can come from it, and there's no harm that comes from not telling them. So, this is far too complicated a problem to make such a simple analogy because this, is much more serious because you've got somebody else's happiness in your hands and they've trusted you and you have a responsibility to them to protect their emotional well-being. So in general, I think that we should always say that it's the right thing to do to do the right thing, to tell someone the truth, because that's what we would want done if we were on the other side of it. But again, some of this there's not a real black and white answer here. There is some gray area. Now, I'll tell you where the black and white answer comes in. If you're dating someone and that person wants a monogamous relationship, and you enter that relationship knowing that, and then all of a sudden you unilaterally go out and decide, "Oh, you know what? This monogamy is for the birds. This is boring. It doesn't make sense. People aren't meant to sleep with only one person. There's a world full of beautiful people out there." And then you decide you're going to go out and do whatever you want to do. You are a scumbag. You do not have the right to decide unilaterally on your own that your relationship has all of a sudden become open. When you go home to someone and they trust you and you can look them in the eye and pretend like everything is okay, knowing you have no intention of being monogamous and knowing monogamy is what they want, and you do that day in and day out, you're scum. So, I'm sorry, that's the truth, because time is precious. People's emotional well-being is precious. You don't have the right to waste somebody's time with a relationship that's not what they want. And you don't have the right to jeopardize somebody's emotional well-being and happiness. So that's the black and white part of the answer. Now, if it was a crazy one-time thing, a hookup, all the stars aligned perfectly, it's something a person would normally never think about doing and never want to do it again, and they've just been so guilty, they feel so guilty, then I have a little bit more sympathy for that person, saying, "You know what? This was the biggest mistake of my life. I don't want to tell my partner because I don't want to hurt them, and I don't want to lose this wonderful relationship. I can't believe I've been so stupid." That's a little bit different. Those are two completely opposite situations. So I guess in some ways my answer is situational. Um, I think a good way to judge it is to ask yourself if you're trying to uh, protect only yourself, or you're trying to protect someone you really love and a relationship that you really care about, and you've made a big mistake that only will happen one time. In that case, I would have a lot more sympathy for the cheater. Um, Now, I can look at it and say, if I was in the shoes of someone who had been cheated on, and and let's say somehow I could know that they would never do it again, it was a big mistake, and that I really love them and they love me. Would I want to know about the one-time mistake? Probably not, because knowing myself, if I did know about it, I don't think I could get over it. Even though I think getting over it might be the right thing to do in that situation, I don't think I could. So that's how I can say, if I could accept that, if I think that would be acceptable for someone to say, I don't want to tell him because I would mess up something that otherwise is perfect and this is a one time mistake. I see the logic in that. Now, if I had a partner who decided just to go out and start doing whatever they wanted to do and they were going to come home and lie to me every night, then we have some issues. We have some fighting issues. That would really piss me off to no end. So, Paul, you go by the go by your gut. I think we all have kind of an emotional scale within us, and we know that sometimes the truth isn't right or always convenient or expedient. Well, actually, I should rephrase that. The truth is always right, but not always convenient, not always expedient. But if you are looking at this situation as the cheater, and you know it's likely to happen again, if you're a decent person and you care about your partner, you would tell them. So there you go. That's my answer, Paul. I guess it just depends on your situation. Uh, the absolute would be the truth is always right, but again, those of us who've been in the real world for more than 10 seconds know that there is a gray area with regards to these things. Um, yeah, that's it. If you want more information, look up one of my other videos about cheating. So, guys, thanks again for tuning in to markdillon.com, or if you're watching this on YouTube, that's great. Actually, I now have 11,000 of you subscribed to my YouTube channel, which is pretty freaking amazing. I want to thank you for that. That is really, really great news. And also for visiting markdillon.com. Last year, we did about a million, slightly over a million unique visitors to the site, which I thought was phenomenal. And then we switched over from .xxx to .com about 4 months ago. No, 5 or 6 months ago. And I did a lot of SEO work, kind of getting my rankings improved and all of that. And my audience has grown. And now I think we're going to do about maybe a little bit over 2 million unique visitors this year, which is just awesome. You guys are great. So thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. By the way, there's lots of free stuff on my site. If you don't want to purchase anything, that is fine with me. There are video blogs that are not available on YouTube because they're a little bit more adult in nature. There's all kinds of freebies in terms of content and clips and all of that good stuff. So you can go on there and enjoy yourself without spending a dime. If you do spend a dime or two, that's appreciated as well. My sex store is on there, my lube. So if you have to buy lube, condoms, toys, any of that good stuff, I would be thrilled if you would purchase them from me. But if you just want to go out and look at the site for free and enjoy what's on there, you are welcome to do that as often as you like. So thanks for the support. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great weekend.